Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Are you?
Good.
I am super duper. I got a pixie stick
I
energy drink.
was looking at those.
It's fucking delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, pixie sticks are delicious.
And it's pink.
Is it like fruity, kind of?
Taste.
Okay.
It's tart and tasty. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
a pixie stick girl.
That's really good and like sour.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the sour over the sweet.
Me too.
Plus, it'll keep my mouth all lubricated for talking too much. A lubricated mouth is necessary.
Yeah. Sweet. I just got back from vacation and, you know, we went out like to a loud bar one of the nights.
Uh-huh.
And I like almost lost my voice.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I used to do that like multiple times a week.
Oh, yeah.
My voice is probably so trashed.
Oh, my God. Well, that's the thing is that we discovered this little bar, and I told you about that with the old people karaoke. And it's quiet. Like, it's a nice, like, it's like sitting in a living room.
Yeah.
And at one point, I looked up and I was like, there's no music playing right now. It's just a couple TVs on.
Yeah.
People talking. Very chill. Love it there.
I really need to make it there.
You do. Wednesday night.
Okay.
Wednesday night, you're going to sing.
Next week?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this week we did
We went deeper. We did a deep dive.
into the franchise, the Deep Blue Sea franchise.
Yes.
Franchismo.
Gus, stop.
Gus is breathing heavily
Lay
today and licking
chill, please?
her chops.
Okay.
Like a good couple of cult leaders. We make it her idea.
We're giving her self-help tips.
Speaking of cult leaders, yesterday I was just randomly streaming, and I love, my true crime shows. I found one hosted by Donnie Wahlberg.
What?
Donnie Wahlberg, and it's called Real Scary People. That's all I gotta say. And I thought to myself, how much are they paying him? Because his entire role is to stand in the hallway and introduce the story.
Yeah.
Introduce it and then wrap it up at the end. But the rest of it is all done by others. And it's like, really? Donnie? Washed up. Oh, I know. What's Jenny McCarthy doing these days? Are they still married?
Yeah, they're still married.
Good.
She's the host on The Masked Singer, last I knew.
Oh, thing I never watched.
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons and then I lost track of
People
it.
in masks and costumes really kind of freak me out, so I've avoided that.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it if that's a thing that freaks you out.
But I think
it's fun to try to guess.
I was once accosted by the Phantom of the Opera, and I had a legit panic attack. I mean, a legit panic attack. I almost passed out.
Oh my
and
gosh.
He wouldn't let go of my hand, and his eyes were just like piercing through me, and I freaked out. I'm like, geez, dude, just let go of my hand.
Yeah, don't be
I was
touching
15 and I was freaking, like sobbing, like couldn't catch my breath. And he didn't care. He's like, I'm a phantom. Okay, back to sharks.
Yeah.
Shark, baby shark, do. Okay, so Deep Blue Sea 2.
Yeah.
Following up on Deep Blue Sea 1, but when I looked on the internet, they were trying to say it wasn't following up on the same story, but it is.
Well, they kind of allude that maybe the doctor is like the daughter of the first lady, but that can't be true because she got eaten.
I think they tried to tie it in more on the third movie. Like they literally did say, oh, this used to be this island. So yeah,
it's kind of like, they're similar stories, but it's not a continuation.
Right. So the first one, they were trying to Alzheimer's.
Yes.
They were trying to Alzheimer's those sharks.
Right.
No.
They were trying to fix Alzheimer's.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be a mad scientist. There's always someone in the conservation who's like, no, we're trying to show people that sharks aren't scary. Like, appreciator of sharks.
Yes.
And in all three movies, the appreciator of sharks is like, let's kill them.
It's true. Eventually, they just get there to like.
You should get Joel a shirt that just says appreciator of sharks.
I love that.
Just spit up a little.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Oh my god,
that's great. Yeah, all the thing that they all have in common is they have a doctor who's some kind of conservationist or something, and they're all female, and they're all like a little too hot to be doctors. You know, like why is she so hot, and why is she always finding ways to like be in her underwear?
Oh yeah,
because there's like a scene in I think the second or third one. I'm not sure. I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Where they just show her coming out of the shower. She's in her underwear and she's drying her hair for like a minute straight. Yeah. And it literally has nothing to do other than they just want a scene with her in her underwear. It's weird.
They did that with every woman. Yeah. First of all female scientists are hot supermodels. And secondly, they show off their bodies, whereas the men do not. The second movie, I noticed both women wearing see-through shirts, like literally see-through. You had bras or bikini top underneath, but it's still unnecessary. And then they're going into, and I was just predicting, like, is this a wet t-shirt contest? This is so gross. I'm sorry, you working in that atmosphere? Is that how you're really going to dress? Are you going to be bringing your clothes on hangers in an iron? And, I need to look like, it's not even professional attire. No. I just, no. The third one, that girl I recognized from Lost. Okay. She was the young daughter, Alex or whatever. And so I was like, oh, I know who she is. I had to look it up though to put it together. But she's the whole first bit. The camera is right in her crotch as she's swimming. She's not wearing a wetsuit. No, she's wearing a up the butt kind of, not a thong, but it really could stand to be yanked down a little at all times. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't. It's
not the fact that like she's wearing a revealing bathing suit that's the problem. It's that like every woman knows that's not what you would swim with sharks in, you know? No. Like if she was on the beach laying out, I'd be like, cool. Have your swimsuit up your butt, but like,
or if she's on vacation, she's snorkeling. That's like what you'd wear, snorkeling,
but not like athletics.
Even the men, when the one guy got bit by a shark and he's in a standard wetsuit, like she should be wearing, they were like, oh, this material, whatever the fabric is, has some strong fiber or whatever, kind of helped to protect him from the shark bite. Yeah. So they were like, oh, thank God for this, whatever it is. Yeah. Come on. And there was one point where there was a body that they found floating and he had no arms and no legs.
You know what you call that?
I do.
A man with no arms and no legs in the ocean.
Bob.
That's right.
So, yeah. Do you know what you call two guys with no arms and no legs hanging from a window?
No.
Kurt and Rod. Oh. But anyway.
But if they're floating in a pool.
Then what?
They're swimming trunks.
Bobs. They're swimming trunks. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay, we are definitely going to hell right now.
We're canceled.
I know. Well, so I was thinking this torso. Yes. What position is he in to get bit by a shark in that manner? I mean, I like there were a lot of half people.
Yes. There was lots of half people and lots of beheading in the second and third one. That didn't happen. I think few people got bit in half in the first
smacks.
One. But multiple people just got their head snapped off in the second and third one. Which I appreciated, honestly. That was kind of fun.
Woo-woo! Coffee break! Let's talk about our beans.
Hey Bean Flickers, have you followed us yet? We are on Instagram and Facebook at Flickin' Beans Pod. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review.
Well, especially in I believe it was the third one when the guy's like, kiss my ass! And the shark comes up, takes his hat off, and they had just such a great kind of rubber body moment where his body's still standing there for a second before it plunges into the water. I'm sorry that it made me laugh, but it did make me laugh.
I think it's meant to, isn't it?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because it was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Go on.
Okay.
I gotta take a minute.
Okay, so one thing that I thought was interesting and I didn't realize until I started looking it up, they didn't make Deep Blue Sea 2 until 2018 and Deep Blue Sea 3 till 2020. So these are much more recent than I thought, because the first one was 1999.
Yeah.
So it's almost 20 years before they decided to make the second one. And so many people that I know have never heard of this movie. I'd never heard of it until Joel introduced me to it.
But he's a shark fan.
Right.
Honestly, there's no reason on earth for me to ever push play on any of these movies. It wouldn't even occur to me to think about watching them. I mean, I just, it's a monster movie, really, at its core, but I am surprised at how much I enjoyed all three. The second one is crap, but
they're not great. Either the second or the third one. For one thing, they don't have LL Cool J in them.
Or Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, well, he died. But LL Cool J could have come back, but he was too smart to...
Wait, he died?
The Samuel L. Jackson died.
Oh, well... I meant the star power of... Okay,
right.
I was like, he's dead?
No. His character died in the first one.
That's true. He in that character could not come back.
Yes, he couldn't. So they had a different rich black crazy guy.
But LL Cool J would be like, screw that. I'm not coming back.
Plus, it is 20 years later, so if he's still cooking on a floating island, his career is probably not going great.
God, he's the best.
But I don't think there's any repeat actors in this. It's all a different cast each time.
It's fair
because so many of them die. But
well, yeah, duh. It's always some rich dude who wants to fuck with nature.
Yeah,
who's behind this kind of shit. The best line from number 2 would be, I think, when she says, "I know a knocked up shark when I see one." Got that. At least they did get use out of that shark platform again.
Yes, they did a very similar scene with it again.
But wasn't it destroyed in the first movie? They had to build a new one. They had to go back and get that, the best expert on shark platforms and hydraulics and underwater. Endless pools. And that guy is I was like, a throat culture? You have to take a throat culture from this shark that is sedated.
Yeah.
Sure you do. Why? And so we look back to the first movie when they had that giant probe.
Yes. That
they stabbed the shark head with in the brain or whatever to do some kind of, I don't know what it wasn't even attached to anything. They just
shoved a rod in there. I don't know.
So, but my point being that was several feet long, but they couldn't make or engineer a swab on a stick. So the guy puts his fucking whole head in there. He's so super confident. Was that the guy that got his head bit off later?
I don't know.
Oh, no, wait, that's the second movie. We're in the second movie with the throat culture.
Yeah. I watched them back to back, so they're very blurred.
It's hard. It's really hard.
I should have put some separation in between them.
Well, I wanted to make you a quiz and be like, which movie, the first, second, or third, does this occur?
Okay, we could do an impromptu quiz.
They're all the same. No, they're all the same.
They're all the same.
Number 2 had more colored lighting in the walking through the water scenes.
Yeah, and the third one, they were on a weird floating island that
was awesome.
Consumed by global warming.
Right.
Which I will say that one of the things this movie tries to do is bring attention to issues, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Because they start out the second one with them killing the shark, taking the shark fins off.
Yeah.
And that's second one or third one? I don't know.
And they were like, oh no, what if
Oh,
they
yeah,
get
second
out
one.
in the wild? That'll never happen.
Right.
But they also said, okay, in the first movie, they were like, the sharks are so smart now they figured out how to back up. And we're like, no. The second one, the sharks were, quote, digging under the fence. I'm like, no. That's like saying we made you more intelligent, Wendy, and now you can fly. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they don't have the physicality really to dig a hole.
Yeah.
But maybe if they like figured out they could like pick up sand and spit it back out.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either, but
I don't see they're not in the right shape. Their mouths aren't the right shape to like get down there. Their nose is too big.
yeah.
Or snout. I don't know what you call it.
They do have a very long snout.
Yeah.
Snout.
I don't know.
Which you're supposed to, which, by the way, she does.
Yes!
Punch that shark a bunch of times. She's in this
punches
tiny
and
little room with
kicks.
him, and she's just punching and kicking the shark. I was like, that would not stop him. When he is 2 feet away from you in this tiny little space.
Right. Oh, that was pretty great. The best part, I was cheering her on when she was punching and kicking the shark. But the best part was when it finally crunched it and she's like, oh, I mean, close your eyes and your mouth because you are going to get shark explosion all over you.
Lots of shark explosions in this one.
Shark splooge. In the second one, our girl gets the idea that she's gonna go do the dive, right? And in 1 second, she's in a see-through shirt, and the next second, she is zipping up her wetsuit, just so that she has cleavage.
Right, that was a thing I was going to point out too. Is every time
Fucking
they're wearing
cleavage.
those swimsuit or sweat, what do you call it again?
Wetsuit.
Wetsuit. They have it zipped down, like below their boobs.
Yeah.
And then, like, the only way to get ready, they have to zip it up. And it's like, why?
She never zipped it up. Those boobs were out
Were
all
they
the time.
out?
It looked like she was wearing a push-up bra. You had it,
Underwater,
yeah.
you would zip it up.
Stop with the boobs. Yeah, so they did that. They did that with the girl in the third movie as well. So it's we are, we have to be sexy scientists. The other scientist, the bodybuilder scientist who was particularly crazy.
Yeah.
He was this guy was, I don't know how you find time to work out and be a genius, but he did because he was built. This guy was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, because he was taking his own drug that he was coming up with. And I'm thinking, well, if he's is it done?
Yeah.
Is it done? What more do you have to do?
I think he was saying it didn't last long enough.
Didn't last long enough. That's right.
He had to take it like every few hours.
When he chugged it and then he had that what do you call it? It was like a super smart burst. And all of a sudden, like, he sees schematics of the ship. And he figures out how to get them out. Whatever.
Yeah, they definitely took some liberties with saying, like, how smart the meds make you, because you could make someone really, really smart, but they still have to have the information. Right. You don't suddenly know everything because you're smart.
This guy, did he have something to do with creating that? He knew the facility.
Sure.
I think that's why maybe it's just like his brain put it together. Yeah. Because agreed, you're not omnipotent.
Yeah.
Wait, omniscient? Omnipotent?
Omniscient. I think omnipotent means all seeing.
Right.
All knowing.
Right. Like God. Yeah. It's omniscient.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't either. Okay. All seeing, all power.
From the Peanut Gallery.
All right.
It's
Thanks, Joel's nuts.
Yeah. Omnipotent is all seeing, all knowing.
Okay.
And the other one's all powerful. How did you say it?
I think he thinks he's both.
He's bowling?
He's both. Bowling.
Oh.
What? Bowling.
Well, I don't know.
We never did see what they do in their off time. It's It's all science all the time.
You're telling me they don't have a bowling alley on that floating
Yeah, they
sinking
do.
island?
Yeah, I have to say that, let's see. So the baby sharks were born in the second movie, and they're being chased by the baby sharks because they're inside somehow of the facility.
Yes.
Right. So, and again, they're wading through this water because it's flooded. Just horrible. I would never sign on for this movie. I mean, like, can I stay dry? Maybe. Gross. The baby sharks are super duper cute. Killing machines.
Yes, of course.
So cute.
Which do you think is worse or scarier to you? Being chased by one giant shark? Or all the little babies?
All the little babies.
Yeah.
It's just like that thing where you put your feet in the water. If that creeps you out, this will.
Right. It's like a bunch of like little piranhas.
Yeah, because they're just taking bites out of your face. There always has to be like the float up, dead face, bitten off, bloody.
Yeah, in front of a window.
Oh,
usually.
yeah. In front of someone that you love.
Right. Yeah, like the wife pops up in front of the husband.
You gotta see that. One of the things that I said, though, was like, you gotta fucking move faster. Why are you just strolling through this water being chased by sharks? You're acting like, and you're bickering. Get the fuck going.
There's a lot of like,
so
just do something already.
So much bickering. Like, this is not the time or the place. Your life is on the line. I don't get it. Okay, so then third movie, we have 3 of the babies that are still alive. And they're the
3
babies of the mom or whatever.
But they're wild now.
Yeah. And they were all worried about, well, we got to make sure that they don't mate. And I'm like, well, they're fucking old now.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess the length of time between the movies is not necessarily the length of time between the scientists.
Yes.
The hot scientists showing up.
Right.
Okay, got it. So they need to kill these 3 babies before they mate. Mm-hmm. And they're juveniles. I do remember her saying that. That's a juvenile.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not quite old enough to do that yet.
Mm-hmm. Do you think so? We think that if they have babies, they're going to be smart too.
Yeah. Well, wait. Hold the phone, because I thought that shit didn't last.
I'm just now realizing that fact right now that doesn't necessarily just because you made these sharks smart. But if they're smart, then because they're babies of the one that they altered, right?
Right.
But they altered that. Were they actually breeding sharks? They were doing stuff to their brain.
They weren't actually breeding sharks. I think that just happened naturally. I assume because they had them within the fence.
Yeah.
What were they thinking would happen with a bunch of sharks confined?
They didn't think that she would get pregnant.
Why wouldn't they think that?
I don't know. Because
was she on the pill? Was it something having to do with this throat culture?
Yeah, they were. The throat culture was taking her basal temperature, tracking her cycle.
I think you take it from somewhere.
Yeah, the shark. You're probably safer taking a different route for the temperature.
I was also mixed up in like whales versus sharks because I was like, how many babies do they have? Apparently they can have between 1 and 13 pups.
Ooh.
That's a lot. Then I had to like relent, I'm like, okay, that tracks, I guess, if you have that many babies. In the third movie, we get to see a lot of guns that look like Nerf guns.
Yes, what is with that?
3D printed. Because they're waterproof. Well, I don't know about the one that looked like a machine gun.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
You're like, this is not threatening.
No.
He's going to shoot foam at me.
No, it's like that clown movie. It's like, what is that gun?
Popcorn's going to come out of it.
I mean, I get the flare guns. I mean, those do kind of look like plastic because I guess they're waterproof. But I mean, yeah, they didn't look powerful or scary or anything like that.
And then they got even less scary in the third movie when they started fist fighting.
Yeah.
And it was not good. Like, it was very obvious. Bridget just showed me her notes and it just says Kung Fu fighting. I wrote the fight in this one is so lame. That's
So lame.
I want to see sharks, not two dudes doing stage combat.
Why can't we all just get along?
It just went on too long, and it was unnecessary. It was literally just not necessary for the story, and it just was not well done either. And I was like, God, when is this gonna end?
Yeah. When is this gonna end?
But yeah, the Nerf guns were weird.
That was great. We didn't talk about the indigenous lady and her husband that lived there, and that was kind of sad when he got killed. But she and our scientists are the sole survivors, and she goes into her hut and she pulls that harpoon off the wall. I was like, yes, we're gonna harpoon their asses, and she throws and misses the guy. But she tried, and they did persevere in the end.
With another dumb shark kill.
Yeah.
Because they shoot their flares at it.
Yeah.
And somehow that stops the shark's forward motion.
Yeah, of course.
Even though there's absolutely no way to do that in the water.
No.
And maybe that would have killed the shark, but it wouldn't have exploded it. Flares are not explosives.
No. Oh, that's
well,
true.
they kind of are, but like once they're lit, they're just like a snake firework.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. They just kind of go and then fizzle.
Yeah, or like a Roman candle. Like it's not gonna explode a shark's head like that, or catch it on fire or anything like that.
Right.
Especially in the water. But mostly it bothered me like that it stopped its forward motion because it was very obvious that it was fake and like I don't know.
Aren't all the shark movie? Don't they just basically kill all sharks in all movies with electricity?
Yeah.
And how does that not reverberate through the water?
Yeah.
And kill everything?
If you stand on your wetsuit and you have matching bra and panties on underneath it.
Yes.
Then you can throw an electrical wire into the water that's right there.
Yeah.
Just because your wetsuit it'll protect you.
And underwater torches, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But her idea of trying to keep the baby sharks by back and forth with the torch under the water, I'm like, no. You're dying. But she didn't.
She didn't somehow.
Oh, wait. We did have a third survivor. The little gal that hid in a dresser or
This
cabinet.
is not a coffin. This is not a coffin. This is not a coffin.
Yes. I didn't understand that until she pops out at the end. Oh, I have reviews to read.
Okay.
I have two. Okay. This was... they're both on Deep Blue Sea 2, which was largely panned. The second movie, it seems, was the least popular of the three. Okay, so this guy, his name is Weiner. Chris Weiner from 4 years ago. This is an extremely poor remake of its wonderful predecessor, which had everything going for it. Tight script, credible acting, and well shot. This abomination to the film world has none of these attributes. Thanks, Chris. Thanks. That was very informative.
I mean, it's right on the money.
Spencer from 3 years ago. Didn't they already do this? Come on, people. Use some bloody imagination, for Christ's sake. Luckily, I switched it off after half an hour and watched 2 raindrops running slowly down the lounge window, so I didn't waste my time entirely. Thank you, Spencer. Oh my God. The third one did have the best underwater scenery because they were at a reef, what they call it, a nursery.
Yeah.
Where there's just a ton of biodiversity. The other thing that I kind of wished I would have done is to transcribe all their science talk.
Okay.
Because it's so much bullshit. I would listen and I'm like, okay. You know what it reminded me of? The Theranos girl. Theranos? No?
It's what my
the
brain's...
Dropout. She created this huge multi-million-dollar company, and it was based on bullshit.
I kind of remember
yes,
hearing about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's so good. But I mean, her scheme was, I guess, at some point it's
Until
going to
it wasn't.
crumble.
Yeah.
But it's like that science talk. And she's like, from one drop of blood, you can perform all these diagnostic tests, which no, you can't. And it reminded me of all these long diatribes that these people would say, well, if you just increase the size of the cells and then introduce the da-da-da-da-da. And it's very Star Trek, if you will.
Yeah. It sounds scientific, but it's not.
Yeah, it's just made up.
I wonder if there is
dilithium crystals.
A shark expert was, as what are you saying? The word I'm thinking as consultant.
Oh, yeah.
On the show, if they had any like shark experts or marine biologists or something,
they
like
should have
helping them out. Like, is this too far fetched? Well, they obviously didn't care about that.
No. No, because we're all supposed to sit back and go, these people are smart.
Right. Yeah.
Wish I was so good looking and smart.
Yeah.
Or even looked good in a bikini. I mean, any of those, I'd go. I'd be all in.
Yeah.
All three, man. Triple threat.
I know. That's what I always say. Like, I can't be too attractive because it's just not fair.
Right?
To everyone else. If I'm so funny and have this personality, it wouldn't be fair if I was really hot.
Once I got kicked out of a band. It's true. I couldn't believe it. And when people asked me why, I said, well, I was too pretty.
Pretty privilege. Everyone's coming for you.
Yeah.
Or not privilege. Yeah, I don't know. Trials and tribulations of the beautiful. The young and the
it's so hard.
The young and the restless, not the young and the beautiful. I was like, that's a soap opera, isn't it?
I'm definitely restless, but no longer young.
Same. I finally am to the point now. I don't think I can call myself young anymore.
Oh.
I've passed the mark.
No, you can't. You are a mature, older woman.
That's right.
You're in the prime of your life, actually, because you're 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 40s are great.
Yeah. I'm so far. I like it.
Yep. Feeling 40.
Oh. I knew that like I would give less fucks as I got older because I've already seen that happen to myself. So I was kind of like, I'm excited to be 40 and like really stop caring. And I'm sure it just gets better.
Yeah.
Because you see like old ladies and they're like, they don't give a fuck anymore.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I'm definitely going to be like one of those old ladies that wears just like really ridiculous caftans.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm that lady now, but
yeah,
it's going to get better.
I want to have a bunch of long gray hair and I'm going to put it in a braid and I'm going to let it swing back and forth when I walk down the street yelling at people.
I want like Willie Nelson pigtails.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Some feathers. You need some feathers in there too.
Yeah.
Maybe just tie in at the bottoms.
Oh, that would be adorable.
Oh, your cat would go crazy though. It's just all over you.
I know. One of our cats already attacks my hair if I lean over him in bed on accident or whatever. My
cat is crazy and just violent. I love him. So I'm sorry, but I had one more thing to ask you about.
Okay.
Is when they're yelling at people out there open swimming and they say, get out of the water. Where are they supposed to go?
Right.
Up? Like, get out of the water. They should have never, ever gotten in the water to begin with. There's nope. So dumb.
Yeah. I agree. There's too much going in the water with these sharks that are killing people.
And they had all that sonar and stuff too, so they totally knew. I don't trust the water, and we know that about me. You can't see it in it. No.
I am very happy to stay in the ocean where I can touch.
Yeah.
After that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would swim out in open water, but I've never had the chance. I get seasick, so I like to stay close to shore.
Yeah, heck yeah. I want to live in a houseboat, though.
Yeah.
Kinda.
You ever like those houseboats they have in like the UK?
Uh-huh.
They built all these like canals to run things around, and now you can like live in a houseboat on them. And they call them longboats, and they're really long and skinny.
Okay.
And they're super.
Oh, I want to.
I was like, I don't know if I would. You can definitely like Airbnb one though. Yeah, that would be sweet.
As long as I didn't have to jump into the water and like scrub it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever they do.
I mean, I don't think you would have to be getting in the water in those situations. Okay. They probably have a brush for that you could do off the side.
Yeah, I definitely have an aversion to water.
Then maybe you shouldn't live on it. We Airbnb'd a houseboat in Florida, but it was like a stationary. It stayed in its deck.
Yeah.
But it was cute. It's called the Banana, and it was yellow. Oh. And they had built like this really nice deck around it. And my only regret was we didn't bring our fishing poles because we could see the fish at night. They would shine this green light into the water, and it was like backwater from the ocean. So we saw dolphins and everything, and I'm like, we really should have bought our fishing poles so we could have gone fishing. There's so much to catch, but it was cool. I wish I would have saw. I guess they get manatees back in there too, but we were there the wrong time of year for that.
Yeah, I have a friend who's obsessed with manatees. Just gotten to swim with them. So jealous.
I want to do that. I've never seen one in real life. I don't think.
You got to go back to Florida.
They have manatee spots where they like gather and you can go. Yeah. There's a ton of them, but.
Well, plus I heard they are in danger of not having enough food to eat because of the Earth's fluctuating temperatures.
Yeah, killing they're herbivores, right?
Yeah. I saw some workers in one little clip. They were throwing out fruit for them. They were iceberg lettuce heads.
Oh, cute.
And they were totally going for it. It's like that pumpkin tossing into the hippo's mouths.
That sounds adorable. Someday we can go throw a pumpkin into it. That probably will never happen. I probably will never be close enough to a hippo, but I could feed a manatee a head of lettuce.
Yeah. I think the closest thing you can get at our local zoo is feed that giraffe.
Yes, you can.
It's just that one giraffe.
That one giraffe. Maybe they let you, I don't know. Don't they let you feed penguins sometimes or something?
I'm not sure.
Or the seals.
If you might have to touch a fish, Wendy.
I could touch a fish.
Okay.
And when they're dead. I mean, it's gross, but they're not flopping anymore.
That's true.
Doesn't freak me out as much.
Dead is better than alive. The end.
Yeah.
All right. So we know the only way to really kill a killer shark is by electricity.
Or a flare gun.
And cleavage is important for scuba.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to be a better swimmer, I think you have to put your boobs out.
Yeah, put your boobs out and have someone follow you with a camera up your crotch.
Okay. Noted. I'm going to bring the camera crew on my next fishing expedition.
It's coming right up.
Yep.
What are we doing for next week?
Do we want to do the switching bodies?
Body switching movies?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we did pick a couple. One was Freaky Friday, the original, so we have to make sure we can stream that. We might have to switch it up, but...
Well, I bet we can find one of them, because there's been like 3, haven't there?
I really wanted you to see the original.
Yeah. Okay.
With Jodie Foster, but if it's not available, I will pick another body switcher.
Okay.
And yours was which one?
Face Off.
Face Off!
Another Nicolas Cage.
I've never seen.
It's
I'm aware
wild
of it, but...
Yeah, I saw it like when it came out. But I haven't seen it since then.
Along the Nicolas Cage lines.
Which, by the way, I don't know that I've ever mentioned this before, but Nicolas Cage and I share the same birthday.
What?
I forgot about that. But
oh my God, that's amazing.
It's true.
I was going to ask you if you knew, maybe we don't know yet, but did he also design his hairstyle for Face Off? You told me that when we did that other movie.
Yeah, what was that weird
dream sequence?
Dream scenario. That's what it was. It was in the notes of the film that he designed his own hairstyle, which is weird. But I'll look it up. I should make a note.
I want to know if he does little sketches of the hairstyle, or how is this made? Maybe he's got a little computer program.
He's got one of those apps where you take your picture and then it just puts your face into the
I want that
hairstyle.
Yeah,
so that's a thing.
I know. I need that. I'm ready for a new look. You should see my avatar for team meetings at work. I've got a huge bushy blue mustache. I look good. Oh, man. Well, all right then.
Okay.
I think we are good to go.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Everybody loves
Flickin'
flickin' beans. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.